Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of What's Happening TV. I'm your host, Teddy White. As I said, this is our first episode, and we are here to talk about some very unconventional topics that most of the news and local media and other media outlets won't talk about or just simply choose to ignore. You won't hear me talk about a whole lot of politics. I will get into politics some, but I won't get into politics too much because there's other people that do that very well. And I'm just real not big fan of politics because I do feel that they don't have our best interests at hand. Nobody's really trying to really fully do anything to change that. So I'm not to get into that. That's not my lane. I don't think I was created or put here to be in politics. You know what I'm saying? I think I was put here to enlighten my people and bring us together and stop some of the things that are going on for us, black on black crime and just black people hating each other and you know what I'm saying, the world just ignoring and doing so many other crazy things, but can just sit here and do any and almost everything to us and get away with it. I'm not as concerned with what people are doing to us as much as I'm concerned with what we're doing to each other. That's my biggest point. That's my biggest purpose anyway. I want to bring us closer together to make us love and support and cherish one another like we used to. I want to get back to some simple truths. I want to find out where did our ancestry really come from and what really went on and why did they hide so much of the things that they hid from us, and why are so many things today that we accomplish still not in any of the textbooks or the history books or the school texts that we've presented to children today. As of right now, I'm a 36-year-old man, and there are so many things I found out that we as black people did to contribute and help this country that they never even mentioned, but seem to just paint a picture of a just majority white race accomplishing and doing everything. And I really feel that they did that to make us feel inferior. And I don't believe that they've corrected that mistake. They've just let it just drag on and not try to do anything about it. And today they've got to the point where they want us to be numb to what they've done and what they're still doing, saying that here's a typical saying, like, why are black people mad about slavery? We didn't go through it. Why are black people today mad about slavery when we didn't go through it? Because it has an effect. There's a trickle-down effect where there's still white people feeling superior to us and treating us the way they did back in slavery. And these people hold very high, powerful influence and spots in this world that still hinder us. Judges, teachers, lawyers, doctors, that still have that same mind state or thinking that's been passed down them from generations that we are inferior. And that sense and that notion has been drilled into us as well, where we really don't care about one another. From rich to poor, from young to old, and everything in between. Even with all the things that we have accomplished, we still haven't accomplished being together as one people. And I think that's one of the biggest fears of corporate America, is that we would stand together on something. And what makes me come to that conclusion is that every person that has ever tried to stand and unite us in the past has been assassinated. So you put that in the minds of a people that if you stand up for yourself or for your people, we are going to kill you and nothing is going to be done about it. And to reinforce that, they are now showing how police can just brutally kill black people for no reason and go home, go to their families as like that's normal, like it's okay. That was something that was supposed to happen. Well, I'm here to tell all the government officials, the agencies, the corporations, the companies, all the way down to the muddy, nasty, dirty rednecks and everywhere in between there that has something against us. Your time is over. You reached a couple of generations now that are not taking none of this shit laying down. And trust and believe, as much as I don't want it to happen, there will be a racial war if America doesn't tighten up and right its wrongs. It's going to come down to it. And trust and believe, don't just think that's just my opinion. I mean, look around you, and because most racist white people know that it's coming too. They see the shift coming. They see the power shift coming, that they can't get away with as much as they used to, or they can't say and do the things that they used to could do. And what kills me is the silent racists, the ones that smile in your face and take your money. And as soon as you leave, they got that mindset, got that nigga, I got that nigga money. Got that nigga money. And some people are so racist that they don't even want to see us perish or die, because they need us here to be under their control so they can keep getting our money. They can keep feeding off us. And I think, I forget where I heard it at the other day. Somebody was saying that for a country to thrive, it needs poor people or lower class people to feed off of. And so instead of just being honest and trying to be better, see, the reason that this country is so downtrodden and last in almost everything now, especially in education, is because you've done your best to hold us down. You've done your best to hold us to the bottom level when you could have been stopped all the hating and performed with us and collaborated with us, and we could be years ahead of what we are now. So what we are now are a result of what you did. And the thing about it is they are, most of them are very unapologetic about what they've done. They feel like this is the way it needed to happen. This is the way it needed to go for them to be who they are and where they are. And this is the result of this decision that they made, and they support that. And then they have the nerve to want you to be so proud and be so patriotic and love this country. Let me tell you something, man. How do you convince a people that you raped, murdered, burnt, lynched, stole from their country, and still today just doing horrible things to be proud of somewhere that has no love for them? And don't get me wrong, there are very patriotic black people in this country. I mean, very, very patriotic black people in this country. But at the end of the day, no matter how patriotic you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter what you got, no matter what you've accomplished, at the end of the day, if your skin is black, you still less of a person to them. You still, as Trick Daddy say, you still a nigga. You still a nigga at the end of the day. And before y'all start with all the crazy comments and about he's just racist, he's inciting racism, he's promoting racism. He's promoting rioting. Man, let me tell you something. All that is some non-relevant bullshit because everything that I just named out, y'all been promoting that shit for years. Y'all been building up to this for years. So don't try to say it to me because somebody's standing up. Every time somebody tries to stand up and say something, y'all always try to find a way to shut it down or hate or something. But anyway, y'all really are irrelevant to what I'm talking about. But I mean, I just want to let you know I do have white friends. I do believe that there are white people who are truly not racist or don't have a racist bone in their body. I know some. I don't know a whole lot, but I know some. I know some white people, so I know it's possible. I know I knew that there were white people that helped run the Underground Railroad. Them people couldn't have been racist. But them people know that if they got caught doing that, they were going to be killed. Now, I wish I could find some of those descendants of those people. Because that's one thing you never hear of. You never hear a descendant of a white person who helped the Underground Railroad. You never hear that. That's something they just do not speak of. It seems like the descendants now in a nation where we're supposed to be free will be proud to say that they're descendants of Underground Railroad, people who helped people on the Underground Railroad. But hey, I guess they feel like they know better. They know if they say something that their lives might be drastically changed. So, I mean, who am I to say what they should or shouldn't do? No, I can't speak on nobody else but me. So I don't say what nobody should do. I don't speak on what nobody. I just speak on what Teddy and his family should be doing. And that only goes so far. So that's a little take on this channel and some things that I'll be discussing and be talking about. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to do my best to get as many guest appearances on here as possible. I'm doing this from you can see I'm doing this from the living room of my home. So I don't have a whole bunch of money that I'm investing into this. I'm just a normal person trying to make a difference. But trust and believe, I will be contacting a lot of famous people trying to get them to come to my living room to discuss some things because I believe, I mean, anything is possible. You never know. So who am I not to try? Who am I not to try? So, but make sure you guys subscribe to What's Happening TV so you can know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. A little bit about my bio. I'm from Cochran, Georgia. I grew up there. I currently live in Warner Robins, Georgia. I've been living here for about 15 years, roughly 15, 16 years. I left and went to Atlanta for a little while, but I guess the big city wasn't for me. Living here in Warner Robins about 15 years, and I've seen a lot of stuff go on and a lot of stuff that's happened that should be more relevant, should be more known, and it's not. Especially in my hometown, Cochran, Georgia. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I can write a book about that place. That place is something else. Let's see. I think that's about it for now. But just remember, like I told you guys, subscribe. I need subscription. Please subscribe to my channel so that I can keep bringing you good content, so I can get the numbers up to get these people to come and do these interviews. So the things that need to be talked about can be discussed. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.